Yo, what's up, dudes? It's your boy Eagle Breva, and I'm back with episode 6 of my Borderlands 2 Legendary Weapons Guide. And today, guys, of course, we got the Thunderball Fist. We are going in order of these legendaries, and a Thunderball Fist is the next legendary weapon you can come across. However, there are a couple ways to get this gun, so we're going to dive into it, show you guys some gameplay, and give you a couple options when farming this thing, because farming the first boss you're going to come across is kind of a pain in the ass. To get this weapon, you're actually going to fast travel to Southern Shelf. Of course, if you guys have already played the story missions in the story mode, you are going to come across an enemy named Captain Flynt, who is literally going to be all the way over in the very back corner of the map here. You can't miss him if you do play the main story. It is a mission that you have to complete before you progress throughout the story. When it comes to farming this gun, I do not recommend farming Captain Flynt because, one, the route to get to him takes freaking forever, man, and two, he can be a pain in the ass, especially on OP10, but he is going to be the first boss that will drop the Thunderball Fist. It is a pistol, one of the best, a really good one to at least have. You can see right there he does drop it for us. We're going to clear the room out here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this gun. We do have some gameplay at the end, but before we talk about the gameplay, I do want to go over another method of farming this, which is going to be a lot easier than freaking farming Captain Flynt. In this gameplay, it's kind of weird because the scavenger actually picks it up. So I was confused for a second. I thought I lost it, but the scavenger picked it up, put it in his backpack, and then I kill the scavenger and he drops the gun. So you can see it's gone. Like, where the hell is the freaking gun at? And then all of a sudden I get this scavenger killed, and it looks like he drops it, but he actually picked it up. That is the first way to get the Thunderball Fist pistol. Again, very difficult to get initially if you are farming Captain Flynt, and we all know Captain Flynt can be a pain in the ass, but we also do know that the trek to get to Captain Flynt is long, so farming this is not ideal. So instead of Captain Flynt, we are actually going to farm Sparky, the son of Flynt, which is actually going to be located here in Wham Bam Island. You do need to go through that Headhunter DLC pack. It is a Headhunter pack, so you do need to beat that to unlock the ability to farm Sparky, but he's going to be at the very end. You guys could just follow along here. I'll fast forward the video and show you guys how to get to Sparky. A lot easier than getting to Flynt. Alright guys, so Sparky is going to be right down here. Pretty easy boss, mini boss to kill, but again, you do have to go through that Headhunter pack, so you do have to have the DLC to unlock Sparky, son of Flynt, and you can see that he does drop us the potent Thunderball Fist. He also drops us the Tinderbox, I believe, in this run. I don't know if he does or not in this run, but the Tinderbox is also something that he can drop because he has the same loot pool as Captain Flynt. You can see that this weapon, of course, OP10, high damage. It's only going to come in shock. You guys are going to see just what it could do against mobs in the gameplay coming up. There are a couple different variations of the Thunderball Fist I want to talk about. One, of course, being just the normal ×1 damage, and then there's a second one, which is a binary Thunderball Fist, which will actually give you the damage ×2. The one that is damage ×2, of course, is going to have better damage, but it's going to have a little bit less fire rate. I think the magazine size is somewhat close, but the fire rate's going to be a little bit less on the binary Thunderball Fists than this one. So this is going to be the Thunderball Fist we're going to be showing off in the gameplay. The Thunderball Fist is a legendary pistol in Borderlands 2 manufactured by Maliwan. It is obtained randomly from any suitable loot source, but has an increased chance to drop from Captain Flynt located in Southern Shelf and Sparky Flynt located on Wham Bam Island. The red text: I can have such a thing. Always shock. Shots fired produce electrical orbs, which upon impact deal splash damage before flaring upwards for a short distance and detonating the second time with electric damage. So you guys could see the amount of electric damage that this thing is putting out. Of course, you know, I'm rocking a Gunzerker, so pistol build is primarily what I've been using, which is going to give it a little bit of a buff to this pistol. However, I feel like it's going to be more ideal to run with like a Gage, who's going to have increased shock damage. I think that would probably be the best. I think Maya might even have some things in there as well to help out with that. But one thing I do want to share in the gameplay is when it comes to mobs, this thing's an absolute beast. But when it comes to kind of a big bosses, like even kind of mini bosses-esque, like this ultimate badass lunatic, it doesn't really do too much damage to it. Of course, this is OP10, so there aren't too many weapons that just absolutely shred through enemies in OP10, like Unkempt Herald or something like that. But this thing is really good when it comes to just smaller enemies, when it comes to mobbing through rooms. You can see it takes care of that dude really quickly. But with Assassin Wad again is resistant to electric damage. Just the base damage on these guns aren't great. You really need to rely on the electric damage to take out these enemies, so it's gonna blow through shields left and right. But when it comes to just kind of these mini bosses, probably, or again, of course, actual bosses, not just mini bosses, but some of these big name, larger enemies, it's gonna be a little bit difficult to go up against. But when it comes to mobbing rooms, it's gonna be absolutely insane. The usage and description says this weapon can be very useful for eliminating targets with high shield capacity, as the high shock damage per round and extra damage from the orbs produced can tear through most shields, as I mentioned there. Gage can make great use of this weapon with her Little Big Trouble skill tree. Its 2-stage burst allows you for electrical burn to have 2 chances of activating, and its wide range can catch multiple enemies in the same shot, allowing for improved crowd control. As a shock weapon capable of self-damage, the Transformer can be recharged by deliberately damaging oneself with a Thunderball Fist, and can also be absorbed as rocket launcher ammo. So you guys see, we do get put down there, and again, you know, it's doing a lot of damage, a lot of shock damage to these enemies. But when it comes to like Assassin 1E here, for example, it's a little bit difficult to get because mini bosses, for some reason, it just doesn't do that same amount of damage. We do actually go kill Doc Mercy. I just want to kind of show you guys what this gun can do, or I guess the lack thereof when it comes to these mini bosses. Again, the crowd control is awesome, and honestly, I really like this gun, man. The Thunderball Fist definitely brings back a sense of nostalgia. Love the Thunderball Fist, so if you guys do not have this weapon, I highly recommend at least getting it for your collection, or of course, if you're rocking a Gage build, Necromancer, definitely use this weapon. But Doc Mercy, I mean, takes us out while we're just putting in rounds, man. So he actually does drop us the Infinity Pistol, which we will cover, of course, coming up in one of these legendary weapons guides. But ultimately, man, Thunderball Fist is great. I love this weapon. Go get yourself one if you haven't. I hope this video helps you out. And of course, we will catch you guys in the next one. Hit the thumbs up, sub to the channel for some more. Peace.